Alright, hello and welcome everybody to the new era of Minecraft musings. Well, it's not musings now, I guess. I mean, it still is. It's gonna be musing in like application, but anyways, we'll just do the new era. We'll leave it at that, but um, actually, so I have a lot of wood. Go ahead and put, oh, whatever. So this will be like my resources. In fact, actually, I should. The metal one. This will be the to sort. Just get rid of stuff. I do want to keep that. Let's see. Stuff I don't need to be carrying with me underground. Anyways, so yeah, it's been very productive. A very productive day. I did the first episode around like noon, I think. And since then, I've been playing around with JavaScript, and I have been able to make a couple of files. So first, I did the example file in this book that I got for web development with JavaScript, well, with Node.js specifically. So let's see that. And this is just in case I run into. Actually, wait. Oops. I should get another shovel. I should put this here. I guess I should keep a stack of stone or whatever. Let's see. So do another shovel. There we go. All right, so I was able to write one JavaScript file that would generate a bunch of users, and another one. In fact, let's see. Let's go like way down here. Still not even close to that, but anyways, I was gonna try to go get a bunch of diorite, but that's okay. Oh, and actually, well, no, it's fine. I was gonna say we should have grabbed stairs, and then we could do that, but that's okay. Keep running back up and forth. But anyways, I wrote a file that will generate the hashes of input text. So basically, if I were to get, I was already trying to think of the different ways to get that, but as is, I'm just testing it with inserting a string, and I just wrote like a sentence, and then I used the split function to split that into individual items, and then those items, well, first I would do a hash of them if they didn't already exist, if the hash didn't already exist. But if there was a collision, meaning that there was already a hash or a user ID, so this is relating back to that voting system where, you know, like you gotta have a unique voter ID that you don't care if people know. And it can change every year. Like this one, I even added an index. So if it did collide, if there was already a user with that name in there that had a hash, and again, it's just checking hashes, I guess. It's not even checking first name, last name, because eventually this will be reading in a list of first name, last name, and maybe county or state even for the US. But I'm thinking for like, you know, the general application of like every country, they're going to need some kind of identifier like province or state or, you know, and I think most places do have that, like districts or whatever. I mean, you know, some way of identifying like specifically, not just, oh yeah, in you know, in Russia or in New Zealand or like, you know, even Australia, like you could like at least like worst case you could have a town, you know, but even then, like you might want to like incorporate like north, south, east, west, I don't know, depending on population. And really this is I'm trying to keep it as lightweight as possible for the idea that there could be millions of users. But even then, like realistically, you could scale it down and be like, okay, no, we only need to make it as secure and robust to handle, you know, 500,000 tops. Actually, as I say that, I don't know. Some counties are pretty big. But anyways, and so the next step is to link a Mongo database up to this application. So now I've got it to where, given an input file or input source, well, I haven't really done the actual input file thing, but I imagine it's just like a couple lines of code. I did get I stole some code from Stack Overflow, but then ended up not needing it. But I still accredited it. I was just like, I saved it as a different thing. Um, ooh, and I could get lapis. Hmm. So, I mean, it's been a productive day. And I also did the example of censoring words that they have in that book. So that, it's pretty cool. It just censors them all to 3 asterisk long or 4 asterisk long. So I was thinking about, if you were going to use that for an actual moderator function, like, I mean, I'm already thinking about doing that for a Python Discord bot that I built from a YouTube video too. It took me an hour. It was an hour-long video or something. Or no, I think the video was only like 20, 30 minutes, but like it took me about an hour stopping it, and then built the bot. There we go. You can do some kind of temple. That's our first actual other type of stone. So, anyways, pretty excited. I mean, I still haven't done like the majority of what I like wanted to do with the whole voting thing, because like you need to have, well, I guess that's the next part. Like once I get a database, then I can check like users and have the IDs, and all that really needs to have access to is it needs to just be checked against the government's voter registration. Be like, does this email match the voter that's trying to register this? And then what you would do is you would have like a sign up thing, so all people would have to go in and fill this out with the email they have on file with how they vote, and then so they like, because they already have to have like access to your email, like they send you notifications, stuff like that, and like I think that's how you even re-register, like hey, is this still you? And you're like, yeah, it's still me, and then you're so. And that's tied to like your social security number, like originally, like way back in the day. And I think you can just change it, because I've changed my email a few times, yet I'm still registered to vote, and they still check my current one. So, and that's it. And that would still be guarded and behind closed doors, a very good top security of government. Like, sorry, some is not so great, but most of it is now. But, anyways, kept under lock and key just for verification purposes. Like, is this person alive, first of all, because the social security checks against like all the deceased, and then is this person eligible to vote? So we're actually, sometimes you're not eligible to vote when you're in certain situations like incarceration. I think that's the only one, but I mean, and that's state by state too. Like I think even some places, like if you're not in like jail, and if you have physical access to a voting place, I think like halfway houses and stuff, I think you're still allowed to vote, even with felonies. Like, I'm not 100% on that. And that could change from time to time too. So you'd have to look at current laws. But anyways, my point is you're trying to eliminate what shows up in black sheep, or basically dead people voting, which was one of the accusations during one of the last elections. And actually, Vivek Ramaswamy ended up having a few dead people, but apparently it was from like a third party campaign that was like harvesting votes, or like not even harvesting, like, because I think that's the illegal one, like encouraging and talking to people, canvassing. There you go. I mean, so you're still not like taking their ballots, or because I don't even know harvesting, like what the distinction is, like where does the line drawn? Like you go to someone's house and you tell them why they should vote for this person, you basically sold them on their vote. Like I think that's okay, but like you can't ask for their ballot and then you fill it out. Like they still have to be the one who does it, which is kind of silly, but it makes sense. I mean, they have to be the ones that sign it. They have to be the ones that cast the vote. Like whether you sold them or not, like that's the whole point of advertising and commercials, which I'm not looking forward to. Like they're all over YouTube too, and like every voter cycle, on the radio, like driving around. Well, that's okay. It's a small price to pay for all the modern conveniences. I mean, I'll be glad when it's over, and it is a little stressful. Like, what if? But I'm feeling pretty good about old Kamala. And no offense if you are a Republican, if you'd rather Trump, that's your opinion, but it's not mine, so. And that's okay. But this voting thing, it's basically just to save a lot of money. Like, can you imagine all the money that they wasted on all those court cases and all that? Like, everybody's time and effort. I mean, granted, it was job security for the people that work in the courts and all that, but still, it's like that was a lot of money just to prove that our system works. Like, we could have spent that time delegating about better ways to fix problems, or like, how to raise funds or allocate funds to things that actually need to be happening. And then even have the people do it. Like, you want job security, go out there and build the places and set up and do the clerical work. Like, there's plenty of work that everybody can do. It's not just, I don't know. Or what should happen? Ooh, like convincing philanthropists to hire temp workers for Habitat for Humanity. That would be a thing. I know there's a lot of work out there, like people needing temporary work. Like, I know I did a lot of times. I worked for several temp agencies, and like yeah. In fact, I wanted to try to find a job building houses for a while there. I kept getting turned down because I didn't know the right people, and I didn't have enough experience. I only did it for like a summer, so. But I had a lot of fun. Anyways, that's the next step. Maybe working on a campaign event to like talk to philanthropists and see if they'd like buy hours of work, especially if it was like green card labor too, for like, I mean, of course, take care of the citizens first and the veterans, and that way it can be partisan or easily partisan. But at the same time, if you know people that are trying to get work here, put them to work building houses. So affordable housing too. They get two birds, one stone. And yes, I will still say that thing. Oh, how much we got? Nice. Really should be careful in like, because there could be a hole. I feel like when you're a kid and you're like in really shallow water and you're just like trying to stay under it and like move around. Or what, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Every time I'm in a pool of water, but I haven't been in a pool of water in a while, so I need to go to the ocean. Either one, I don't care. I mean, the kiddos like to go to the East Coast. I like the West Coast. But as far as hip-hop goes, I'm more East Coast. Oh, nah. Snoop Dogg was West Coast. Wu-Tang Clan was East Coast. I got Wu-Tang all day. But Snoop was my second CD. First CD was Will Smith. Like pop hip-hop. No, I still love it. It was great. Like, it was a great CD. And it was like the best that I could get as far as censored goes. But I mean, as soon as I was out shopping with my dad, I got the Snoop Dogg. He didn't see the print. I don't think he even cared. He's just like, yeah, whatever. It's a CD, a rap CD. I don't understand all that. And he had a Raiders hat, so like I don't even know. Like, and Raiders is notorious for like, I mean, kind of South Side too, but also like West Coast. I mean, Oakland and all that, because Oakland is in California. But like, I also see a bunch of like Southsiders have it, which are really more from like Mexico, and it's just like, I don't know. I mean. And even then, there's a big presence like all throughout, but I don't know. I grew up knowing a lot of legal and I think illegal, but I'm not about to say, yeah, I knew illegal people, and then people could just like trace who I used to talk to and stuff, but I don't know, it wasn't a big issue. But like up in the mountains, like you wouldn't think that you'd see a bunch of people like that trying to come and live here from a warm climate, but you did. I mean, it was cool, like a lot of resort staff, but... And we also had like work exchanges with Argentina specifically, the resort I worked at. So, but yeah, if you got some rich people to be like, all right, I will put down this much money for this many work hours to go build affordable houses. I mean, I don't want to do it, but I got money. And then you could even do like micro donations from a bunch of people that, because everybody would like wants houses to be built, but not many people, and I'm getting old myself too. Like I'll do it. But I think it'd be much easier if I could even just give some money to it or rally up people to do so. And if that happens, I just hate selling things. So, but if it's something you believe in, I mean, like affordable housing, and something I might even actually use, is home ownership and stuff. But I mean, I'd just be happy to do the Elevations Land Trust thing, which is like a model where you own the house but not the land, and they lease the land to you. So it is a fee, and it would be nice to get out from under, but until you're up to that economic level, which usually isn't until your mid to late life, you know. Then you can have a nice house or whatever. I was about to say nice big house, but that might be promising a little bit too much in this day and age. But most people don't need that. Like most people are, small family or individual, like, maybe some pets. Like the bigger families, sure, but the family dynamics changed. I don't know. I know Elon is concerned about birth rates, but at the same time, like, if we could get cost of living down, I'm pretty sure that birth rate would go up. I mean, it is directly related to like how easy and how hard it is, and that's for the people that plan. The people that don't plan, that birth rate is still pretty healthy, I imagine. Like he shared this image, and I don't know. But then in the same aspect, he's like seen criticizing. Geez, that music. Hold on, let's turn it down a little bit. I mean, like, geez. Sorry, I just feel like I'm having a hard time talking over it, and then I feel like I'm trying to talk louder, and like, it's nice music, I love it, but, I don't need to feel like I'm at the front row of a concert here. Anyways, I'm pretty excited about this voting thing, because if I can get it to work, I figured out how to upload stuff to the packet manager for Node.js, and all I need to do is just, like, get some code together I don't even know, just keep building as much as I can. Like, I'll try to do the database next. MongoDB, I've never used it, so this will be interesting. And I guess, like, it's a database on a file structure. They're not entries in a database, it's more like a list of files that together comprised is the database. So, I don't know. Whew, we'll see. I feel like I've already got a lot done today, and I am pretty happy about that. Like, and I haven't written code in forever, so that was pretty cool. And usually it's Python too. So, and I kind of have this funny ongoing thing with Darcy DeClute on the YouTubes, on Twitter, or now XApp. Like, I mean, she she really advertised a lot, and like she's a Scrum Master. She has a book. She has all this stuff. She has all these socials. She makes a lot of videos on the YouTube. She's very entertaining. She's funny. She just put out like a diss on Python, and Python is pretty bad as far as resources go, and there's a lot of hand holding. Like her last video started, I was like, it was named after Monty Python because even the creator knew that it was going to be a joke. Like, it's just so cold but so hilarious. Like, nerd humor too. And so of course I commented on it because like one of our other things were the underscores everywhere, and it is true. And I don't even write complex enough Python to use a lot of underscores. I mean, I could, but most of my stuff is just fiddling around with like, oh, I want to see if I can make a password cracker algorithm. Like, can I get it to print to the screen? Like, do I worry about like, does it like work independently as a file? Can I upload it or download it or transmit it? Like, nah, I don't care about any of that. It's just, does it work? Which the availability and sharing could be defined as part of working, but still, like, does the actual code do what I think it would? That's what. Anyways, there's that tangent. So, might also do some more Elden Ring today. I've been having a lot of fun with that. Like, I mean, already I have some stone for a temple. I started building a temple in the realm too, but I don't know how preachy I want to get on the realm. Although my son was saying today he's already bored of it, so we'll see. But that's more like the family thing anyway. This will be my YouTube channel world. I mean, I did do that one video on it, so you get a glimpse into what it is. Since then, I've made a roller coaster, and I want to try to copy. I had a llama roller coaster for a while. Oops, let's put this back over here. It's time to head to the surface and get stairs anyway. I'm almost to 0. 18. I mean, we're pretty high up in the altitude, but I could go get some cherry wood, go get some regular wood, like. Ah, there we go. I might make it. Just par out at 0. If I don't pop through the side of a mountain. So far, you know, knock on wood, I haven't had to divert. Isn't it? Yeah. There we go. 8. Excuse me. So, I don't know, I guess after that, like, user login and user submission, but already, like, I feel like I kind of understand how to get user input. So once I get to that point, like, have a website, just have the page and, like, the script in line in the page, like, take the user input from this and create an account if an account doesn't already exist. If an account exists, display a message saying, sorry, there's already a user, and then, you know, ask to send an email to the email on file. And that's where it gets into the actual applications part of, like, all right, this is real to me. This is when I feel like it's going to be real, is when it starts sending emails to the email on file, being able to reset a password with the response to that email, or just how that all works too. Like, if it has to be a response, or yeah, because it's usually sending it a link, then that link sends you to a protected place that's verified because you have that link, or a code too that would let you progress. So right then, that way you're not sending any, well, you're still sending the code, but if you're just sending the link, because that way it still has to be the same machine that you were already accessing it for. And that, yeah, okay, so the code is better. Oh, look, I'm already, like, negative. And actually, I have a iron one now in case I need it. So earlier I had the realization, I was like, what if for some reason I got stuck somewhere and I didn't have a pickaxe? Like, although now that I think about it, I don't know how that would happen. If I fell into a cave, like, I would still be able to tower up and get out of there. And I have plenty of torches, so that's really a non-issue. I might as well get as far down as I can with at least one vein, make it 3 wide. And so, I don't know, back to the voter thing. Really, I could just submit it right now. Just, like, announce it to the JavaScript and Node.js world. Be like, hey, here's this. Of course, first I'd want to look around and see, does this already exist? Like, are there ideas for it? And then, like, if there is something that does, like, at least close enough to what I'm thinking would work for basic, like, everybody in the country would be able to understand it if they really wanted to. Like, if they took the time to sit down and read the instructions, they could understand how it's completely secure, how it can't be faked, can't be fraud, like, the elections can't be stolen, like, you know, and all that. And you can online vote from your couch. And everyone should be able to vote. Like, there should be the voice of every American. Like, you know, it's ridiculous that there's still places that, like, people have to line up, and now both sides have been in support of it. I saw something where Trump was in support of it. Like, you know, he switched his positions, and now he favors, like, mail-in voting as long as his people are the ones getting the mail-in ballots. It's like, or something like that. It wasn't just that, but he was encouraging his voter base to, like, get it to ensure that they did get their votes counted. So, interesting. I mean, and we should be able to prove the security of the election, like, or the integrity. Like, without a doubt, we should be able to say, yep, nobody voted that shouldn't have voted. Like, no dead people, no fake people, no people voted twice. Like, any of the situations where a vote would be generally considered fraudulent, you know, and that would be easy to do with unique IDs sent to your email that's registered with the voter registration. Like, I don't know how this isn't a thing, honestly. I mean, I'm gonna keep building it, and, like, I mean, watch, it already exists, and they're just, like, deciding whether to use it. Because the last I've seen was, like, a voter app that was, like, a horrible failure, and that's all I remember about it. Like, I don't know what happened with it. So actually, we could go fancy with it. So I know we already have the stone stairs. Okay, yeah, no, I don't want to keep. Let's use the stone. I was gonna say we could do the polished diorite stairs. That would be pretty sick. And I've done that in some worlds before, but we'll wait until the next mine because we'll get to some other place. We'll want to dig down into some other mountain. Like I'm already thinking that I want to have like a bunch of walkways and basically make like an honor londo. Yes, connecting all these mountains. I wish they were a little taller though. Like I might still look for a place that has like mountain peaks. Mm. My phone keeps getting lighting up with notifications. I'm like, wait, is that 30 minutes? I guess I could just look. Oh, and for anybody that's curious as to why I do actually like 31, 32 minutes, it's because I usually give myself an extra minute for like setup time and stuff, and it's just kind of like a habit. So I know I say, oh, it's a 30-minute episode. They rarely are anymore. It's usually 30, 31, maybe 32, 39 sometimes when I forget. But that's the luxury of having instant uploads, and I apologize. I'll try to be better about that. Let's see. So, do need some more. Oops. Oh, it was using the black stone. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, now. Oh, wait. Let's get some more. Sorry. Some more pickaxes. There. Because we do still need to do one block down the entire way down. So I'm not even quite ready to lay the new stairs yet, but we can go and do this. Catch it up, make it 3 wide. So I'm almost down to the bottom. Is that like negative 13 or something? I think negative 52 is the max. So. Oh, yeah. Oh, and back to the coding stuff. I think I already know how to do the dynamically adjusting size for the censorship program. So I already made a tar ball or a GZ tar archive of um, as is, like that current version, but I can always do an updated version of like that way you can see like what was edited. I mean, sometimes it's kind of like, what was the point of editing, because now you can just count the characters and have a pretty good idea what it was. So, and then like kids that are smart enough to figure that out would be like, oh, I know exactly what was said. Like they can just put, piece it together. Oh, whoops. This isn't even close. It's a good thing I grabbed extra pickaxes. This is going to be a lot just to add these stairs. But then the stairs are going to start emptying up and freeing up the inventory. So basically you just do dot length and then it would return. It would do a little loop to build the return string, and then it would like generate either that size. You could do it within the loop, or you could do it outside of the loop and just like call the function. Just be like, generate me a string list of this size, and then you're passing it the size of the input string. So, and that's just, I mean, there's a few ways you could go about putting it or doing it, places to put it, stuff like that. Well, yeah, but I mean, that's in JavaScript, so. And I've already started doing that in Python, but then got too busy, and that was like a work thing, so I was just like, oh. This is like a Nobel Prize thing. Like if I come up with a voting system that can be adopted by any country using any system, that as long as there's just one email for one voter, and that's it. And you could have multiple people use the same phone or even iPad or mobile device to verify, because every mobile device has a unique MAC address, and those MAC addresses are registered from the manufacturer. So like you are the owner of that device, or that device is registered to you. You don't have to own it. I mean, and that's the thing, is like you'd still want to worry about like legalities, and if they're stealing devices or using stolen devices. And there could still be potential for fraud for like fake people registering up, but I mean that would be easily countered. Like once the real person says, "Hey, I want to register," and they're like, "Wait, you're already registered," they'd be like, "No, I'm not," and then please delete that one. Here's the one I want. Problem solved. You remove the fraud right there. So, anyways, that was the alarm. I'm gonna maybe do another couple of episodes, maybe eat some food, maybe go connect a MongoDB database. We'll see. So, but for now, ta ta, and I will see you in the next one.